All right, Catherine, can you do this, girl? Put our palm together. Thank you. Unmute, girl.
The unsurpassed, deep,
No,
profound.
Namo fundamental teacher, Sakyamuni Buddha 3 times, girl.
Namo fundamental teacher Shakyamuni Buddha. Namo fundamental teacher Shakyamuni Buddha. Namo fundamental teacher Shakyamuni Buddha.
Keep going. Catherine?
The unsurpassed, deep, profound, self-able, wonderful Dharma in 100,000 million eons is difficult to encounter. Now that I have come to receive and hold it within my sight and hearing, I vow to fathom thus come one's true natural meaning.
Okay, that's good. The third come one, that means the Buddha. Okay? He have more than one name. The word honor one, also the Buddha. Okay? Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Aaron.
A great merciful Lord, for the good of all living beings, practice all perfections and attain supreme enlightenment. By these words of truth, may joyous victory be mine.
Okay, good. Hey, but
He who enhanced the happiness of the Sakyas, who was victorious at the foot of the Bodhi tree, likewise may there be victory for me and may I ever be blessed.
Okay, that's good. Okay, Sophia.
I revere the Buddha, highest jewel and best balm ever, beneficial to gods and men. By the Buddha's glory, safely may all obstacles and suffering cease.
Good. All right. Catherine.
I revere that the Dhamma, highest jewel and best balm that cools down the heat. By the power of that Dhamma, safely may all obstacles and fears cease.
All right. Emily, turn on your webcam, Gong. Your turn. Emily.
Jewel and best balm, worthy of offerings, worthy of hospitality. By the power of that Sangha, safely may all obstacles pass, may all my diseases be cured.
Okay. Turn on your webcam, Gong. Emily. Thank you. Kaden. What you got? I could not see you, Emily. Kaden, thank you. Kaden. Patrick, your turn, go. Okay, do this. Patrick, can you look like you cannot be able to say it? Patrick? Demi, so you turn on your webcam. Demi? There go. Ethan, read this one, go.
Whatever diverse precious jewel there be in the universe, there is no jewel equal to the Buddha. By this truth that may be prosperous.
Okay, thank you. Demi, can you read this one? Fook, can you read this one, Fook?
Whatever diverse precious jewels there be in the universe, there is no jewel equal to the Dharma. By this truth let me be prosperous.
Okay, that's good. Can you turn on your webcam, Gong? Fook, thank you. Okay. So, can you read it one, sir? Sir, are you there?
Whatever that. Which one?
Oh, I mean, sir. Sir, not you. Thank you. Okay. Okay, go ahead. Read it one.
Whatever diverse, precious jury there be in the universe, there is no jury equal to the Sangha. By this truth, let me be prosperous.
Okay, good. Today I will let you see the video about the mouth, the rat. They when they give the rug to the rat, and you see how the rug become very addictive and cause the rat behavior is very uh, very aggressive. Okay, so I will let you to watch that video, but before I let you watch that video, I want to go through this. Okay, all right. Let's do the meditation together, everyone. I hope I don't miss anyone. Please turn on your video and keep pay attention to this. Thank you, God. Otherwise, if you don't turn on your video, I don't know you are there or not. You are not there, and how could I be able to teach you? Okay, Amy, turn on your webcam. Go. Okay, don't turn it off, please. Thank you. All right. Phước, turn on your video. Go. Okay. All right. Do the meditation. Keep your back straight, your neck straight. Close your eye. Inhale and exhale to the nose. You count one. Inhale and exhale to the nose. You count two and keep going. If you see your monkey mind, don't play with them. Just go back to your inhale and exhale. Okay, and if you lose track of your counting, start from one. Okay, all right. 1, 2, 3. Start it. Good, all right. Ethan, Emily, Demi, Arian, so
14.
Sophia,
11,
Betty,
15,
and Catherine, Serena,
16.
Laura, and
18.
Christina.
8.
Okay, Dylan, turn on your webcam, con. Thank you, con. Dylan, please do. Thank you. So I can know that you are participated. Thank you. Okay, today we will go continue on the depression, and I will show you the video about the rat, the mouse, when they feed the mouse with the rug, and that make the mouse to become a very aggressive. Okay, So it's very good video. All right, give me 1 second. I want to hold on. Give me 1 second. Good. Yeah, all right. Last time we learned about this, right? We will continue. What are the common causes of the depression? Okay. The common cause of the depression, we know that the most of the depression, anxiety, that means worry. You always worry. Panic attack. That means it's fear, right? A lot of people fear. For example, a lot of people fear about what? About COVID-19, right? They are very fear because it's germ, right? Wherever they go, they are very, very sensitive. They always clean their hand. They always wash their hand all the time. This is another form of depression. You understand so far? Those things, you know what? It makes our brain, the chemistry in our brain become imbalanced. That's why we call the mental disorder. You understand? The mental disorder, it means chemistry in our brain is imbalanced. The whole purpose of to make this disappear, we have to make sure whatever the treatment is, to make sure the brain chemistry to balance. That's important. The cause of the depression comes from genetic, but remember, genetic itself, the gene, there is no such gene called the depressed gene, no. But the genetic disease they do have. For example, if the parent have a certain disease passed down to the children will have depressed. Because when we sick for a long time, right? Do you think we will feel depressed?
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Actually, it will. It will. It will depress.
100.
Um, and if the if the parent who are depressed, right? Their children will have three times or even 6 times chance to be depressed compared to the children with the parent without depression. You understand that, Laura? You understand? Good, that's good. So, and also inside our family is very important. That the structure of the family is so important. Okay. And you know what? Depression is come from trauma. Trauma, that means let's say that in the past we have a very bad experience, right? That means someone hurt us, and it will leave the scar in our emotion for a long time. Okay, let me ask you. Let me ask you this. Okay, let me ask you this. Who can tell me? Let's say that when we get angry, right? When we get angry, and we say bad thing to our loved one, we hurt their relationship, right? But do you think that do you think that will we leave the scar for a long time? What is
Yeah,
it? Yeah. Do you know what is the scar?
like it's like that thing that happened like kind of stays there a
Yeah.
little like PTSD.
Oh, you know those things, huh? Oh, very good. Okay. Remember, scarred by the womb, right? Scarred by the womb, right? Okay, in the physical, right? The scar is like the open skin, the womb. But the emotion, the scar of the emotion is even worse. When we carry the pain, the very painful scar, it will stay in our emotion for a long time. Is it a good thing to carry this thing? Kathleen, what do you think? Is it a good thing to carry those things?
No.
Never. That's why trauma it's that means in the past we experience with the the very bad someone hurt us, right? And we cannot let go. We carry on those things, okay? And that is not the good thing to carry on. So we have to be very careful. Okay. Okay. Good. Now, abuse that means when we were young, we lived in the environment that someone abused us, right? Is that a good thing to live in the abusive environment, Savina?
Definitely no. Definitely no.
Definitely.
Uh-huh.
Okay, definitely no. Um, So when we got abused, right? Is that easy to, let's say that in the past, when we were young, we have Lemmy, can you tell me, when we live in the abusive environment, is that a good thing to, when we grow up, is that a good thing for us to become, to have a happy life? Lemmy? Are you there? Okay. Laura, what do you think? If we live in the abusive environment, if when we were young, is that a good thing that we, when we grow up, right? Do we have a good life in the future?
What?
Okay.
No.
Okay, no. Okay, okay. First of all, let me explain to you. Let's say that when we were young, we live in abusive environment. That means someone always yell at us, someone always try to harm us in physically, right? Is that a good thing that when we grow up, can we easily let go of those things? What do you think? Christina, what do you think? Christina, where are you?
Yeah, Tay.
Is that a good thing? When we live in the environment that were abusive, and later on when we grow up, is that easy to let go those the past experience?
Yeah,
Okay, no, it's very harmful, right? So those things, you know what? When we carry too much thing like the trauma or abusive, right? If experience in the past, we will become depressed. Does that make sense to you? We will become depressed. And when we depressed, you know what? What do we have? We will we cannot concentrate it. We cannot have ability to have fun. Like in the past, let's say that we always want to have fun with our friend, right? Or we want to play sport or whatever. Now, when we depressed, we don't want to continue on those things. We cannot have ability to do that. And you know what? We always feel guilt because when we depressed, we easily get angry. And when we get angry, right? We make a good we make a good thing or we make a mistake. Dylan.
Mistake?
Yeah. When we make a mistake, do you think that you feel guilty about ourselves?
Yeah.
Dylan. Yeah. That means the more we feel guilt, the more depressed we get. Okay, that is the thing. And we become and we cannot sleep. We easily get angry. We don't want to exercise, and we sometimes we are pain without reason. This is, and also we cannot eat, therefore we gain weight, right? We lose a lot of weight. Okay. All
Or
right.
if you stress eat, then you can gain a lot of weight.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's also true too. Sometimes we overeat, right? We gain a lot of weight. That's
Or
also
stress
true,
eat.
right? That's also another form of depress. That's correct. You are correct on that. That's why they say change weight. Weight change, that means either go up or go down. Okay? Good. You're a very smart boy. What about the rug? Rug, is that a good thing?
No, and as it shows cigarettes, you can get lung cancer from it. Eventually die.
Why rug is not a good thing? For Ratner, why rug is not a good thing?
Yeah,
Why rug is not a good thing?
it can damage your health.
It can damage your health, and what else? They can make you become addicted, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now let me show you the very good video about this. You should pay attention to this. This is a very good video. I love this. Okay, someone could send me this video link. I haven't watched it, but he said very good. Okay, so I'm going to watch with you guys. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay. I hope it's good. Okay. Okay, hold on. Okay, let me show to you. Okay, all right. Okay. Oh, what happened? It takes forever to load it? Okay, all right. Okay, pay attention. This is a very good video.
One thing we all learned growing up. It's that drugs are bad. Like really, really bad. We've been taught that addiction is inevitable and that addicts are completely.
All right. Christina, Jill, help me to summarize the story at the end.
Yeah.
Really bad. We've been taught that addiction is inevitable and that addicts are completely irrational. But you might be surprised to learn that a lot of what we think we know about drugs and addiction comes from a series of studies done in the 1950s and 60s on rats. And it turns out that what we think we know, yeah, it might just be wrong. This is Bruce Alexander.
I'm a psychologist with Simon Fraser University.
Bruce has been studying addiction for almost 50 years. When he started back in the 70s, there was a huge public concern about heroin use and what many at the time described as a growing epidemic.
The view was that heroin was essentially a demon drug. If you took it a few times, it would flip a switch in your brain and you would be forever addicted. That was it. You were doomed. And it was in the media, it was in the movies. But in those days, there was also a primary kind of research evidence that was used to support this idea.
Much of that research used animal studies, particularly laboratory rats. Rats would be placed in really small cages called Skinner boxes.
A Skinner box is a box which is just about 3 times the size of a rat. The experiments involved putting rats in Skinner boxes with a needle which was implanted in their jugular vein, so that if the rats pressed the little lever on the wall, they would get a little surge of heroin in their bloodstream.
Press the pedal, get a shot of heroin. Press the pedal, get another shot.
And in some cases, they just kept pumping heroin into themselves to the point where they forgot to eat and would die.
Beliefs about rat studies would find their way into PSAs and Hollywood films, and they would become part of our collective understanding of just how dangerous these drugs really were.
These experiments seemed to show that any creature, including even the lowly rat, if given access to heroin, would simply take lots and lots of it.
But Bruce had another idea.
What these experiments really show is that rats who are in solitary confinement will take lots of heroin.
See, rats are very social animals. Rats don't normally spend their lives in harnesses with catheters shoved in their necks. They prefer playing with other rats, running around, doing rat stuff.
To put a rat in a Skinner box is to make this very, very social creature live a life of solitary confinement.
Bruce and his colleagues wondered if maybe these rats were taking so many drugs because they were living in such an unnatural environment. So he organized his own rat experiment, but with some important differences. Most notably, he built a much bigger enclosure for them.
About half as big as my garage floor, as a matter of fact.
Bruce and his colleagues filled it with everything a rat could want: food, running wheels, and other rats to play with. He called it Rat Park. His team put a group of rats in the park and another group of rats in solitary cages. They made morphine freely available to both. The results were eye-opening. Giving the choice between plain water and morphine, the Rat Park residents chose the water. It's not like the rats in Rat Park totally abstained from morphine, but
you could say that they acted more or less like human recreational users of morphine.
Bruce and his colleagues even tried an experiment where the rats in cages were giving nothing but morphine-laced water to drink for 57 days straight.
In other words, we made sure they were good and addicted. In terms of the conventional expectation, every one of those rats should have been addicted for the rest of its life.
But when they were placed in Rat Park, those same addicted rats generally chose to drink the plain water and voluntarily went through withdrawal.
People were shocked that the rats in Rat Park had so little interest in morphine.
The Rat Park study suggested a much more complex picture of addiction than many people had suspected. Addiction wasn't simply a story of chemicals rewiring our brains or hijacking our reward centers. Other factors like environment, feeling of isolation or hopelessness, poor social bonds, and lack of control all likely play an important role in what leads to addiction. Think about the implications for how we've been treating drug addicts. They're often shamed and ostracized, thrown in jail, moved into halfway houses, instead of integrating them into society. You could say that we're kind of isolating them, in cages, like rats. Doesn't seem like such a great idea. And more importantly, it doesn't seem like it's working. At the time it was published, the Rat Park study was largely ignored, but it's finally starting to gain traction today.
It's literally taken 35 years for the Rat Park experiment to find its way into the popular understanding of addiction.
In recent years, other researchers have replicated Bruce's studies and conducted new ones of their own, adding to our increasingly complex understanding of addiction. And that's great. With concerns over drugs and addiction still dominating the headlines today, a careful analysis and understanding of the research is more vital now than ever. After all, we're never going to get the treatment right if we're getting the diagnosis wrong. Subscribe to our show page and be the first to see new episodes of Wrong.
All right, Christina.
The video showed that the main character is named Bruce Alexander, and he is a psychologist who studied addiction for 50 years. And during the time he was researching, there was a concern for heroin use, and heroin is a drug. And the idea that surfaced was that heroin is a demon drug because using it just one time can make you addicted. And Bruce was researching to support that idea, and they used lab experiments on rats, and they would put rats in a box, and when the rats press a pedal that was in the box, they will be injected with heroin. And soon they realized that the rats would keep on injecting themselves over and over again. And the experiment proved that all animals, including humans, can become addicted to heroin or other drugs. But then Bruce and his scientists wondered if the rats only kept injecting themselves because they were in a small space that was an unusual environment for rats. So what they did was they made a new environment and they put in everything that a rat would need. And whenever the rats had to choose between water or a type of drug, the rats would choose water. And this said that the scientists proved that there are many factors that go into drug addiction. And they said that we are isolating drug addicts and it is not improving their condition. And other scientists replicated Bruce's experiment and helped to add to the research.
Wow, you very good. You are so very detailed on this thing. Very good. So basically, from what we learned, So the drug can also become addictive. Remember, when we say drug, right, it means addiction. That's why we say no to drug. We always say no to drug, no matter what. Because when we use drug, we will become addictive. And what happens when we become addictive? What will happen to us?
We keep on taking it and then over and over and over, and soon it can kill you, unless if it's a good drug. But don't take good drugs over and over still.
But that will help us to have a good future, Dylan.
No, because once we start drinking drugs, we start liking it more because it tastes good to us. So we start liking it more. We take more and more and bigger doses until the point our brain eventually falls apart and then we go blah blah.
Okay. When we take drugs, we become addictive. We cannot concentrate it. We cannot study. We become very lazy. Okay? We destroy our future. Period. Remember, no one want to hide the drug addicted. If you are the owner of the company, do you want to hire them? Betty?
Can you say that again, Ty?
If you are the owner of the company, do you want to hire the drug addictive as your employee?
No.
No, because they will not work. They will steal your money and they will destroy your company. Okay, so, and also from this study here, we also noticed that the rat be able to, if they have the bigger environment and social life, right? Social environment, it means that rat can play. They play the playground for the rat, right? So the rat can play with the rat, and they also using. They have two. One is for the water, one is for the heroin, right? The drug. And you know what? The drug who is socialized, they only they only choose the water. They don't want to choose the heroin. And also in this video that when the drug become addictive because due to their isolated environment, but when they get out and they change to the good environment, they only choose the water. They don't choose the heroin. You know what? That means the rat can also know that which is good, which is not good, right? We are the human. We have to be smarter than rat to choose the environment correctly. Does that make sense to you, Laura?
Yeah.
Okay, this is very good video, right, Kathleen? You understand so far?
Yeah.
So this is important. We always say no to drug, no matter what.
Ty, what if it's good drugs?
Oh, well, when we're talking about good drug, it means that for sick, right? When we get sick, we have to take the medication. That is well, that we can call the good drug. And you only take based on your doctor describes. You cannot take by without a doctor consultant, right? Remember that. Does it make sense? Because those drugs will not make you addictive. If they do, they will not let us use it. You understand?
Ty, good drugs are called medicine. We have a different word.
Okay. Oh, medicine. Okay, medicine. Thank you. You use a good word. Thank you. If we call medicine. I agree with you. We call medicine. So the good drug is called medicine, and we have to take based on the doctor instruction. Okay, so that's a good one. So when we become addictive, right? That's why we become depressed. Does that make sense? Drug can make you depressed.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Nami, you understand so far, con? What happened? Where? How come I could not see you? Oh, okay. Okay, thank you, Gong. Okay, pay attention. Okay, Michelle, turn on your webcam, Gong. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, all right. Remember, this is the good teaching. I would like you guys to participate it so you can understand it, so you can avoid a lot of bad things. Okay, Betty, pay attention here, Gong. All right. Okay. When the people become depressed, you know what? They become loneliness. Why they become loneliness? Who know? Who know? Anyone? Betty, why they become loneliness?
Because they isolate themselves from everybody.
Yeah, they isolate themselves to everybody. And do you know why do they want to isolate themselves? Who know?
So they can be left alone and just keep like their depression to themselves, because when you're depressed, you kind of don't really want to talk about it to anyone.
But why they don't want to socialize with other people? Who know why? Christina, what do you think? Well, do you know why they don't want to talk to other people? They want to isolate themselves. Christina,
No.
no. Okay. What about Ratner? Do you know why?
No.
What about Sophia?
I'm not so sure.
Okay. Who can help me? Kathleen?
Me.
Okay, Dylan. Oh yeah, me. Okay, yes.
Since we don't want to talk to others once we have depression, because remember, one of the signs of depression is that we think lowly of ourselves.
Oh
So,
wow, lowly.
and like we stay away from others.
Do you know
The
when?
inability to have fun, to hang out with others and have fun. That's why we don't socialize.
Wow, you are very smart boy. That's correct. We feel low to ourselves. That means what is that called? It's low self-esteem. Low self-esteem. What does that mean? Who know?
That means like you're not really like happy or passionate. I forget what self-esteem means.
Who can help me to answer this, Ratner? Can you tell me what is low self-esteem?
You don't have much confidence.
Oh yeah, that's right. You don't feel confident yourself. You don't feel confident to yourself. You feel low confident in yourself. That means you have no confidence to yourself. When we have no confidence to ourselves, we more likely want to isolate from other people. Okay, so we don't want to communicate. We want to be isolated. That's why we become depressed. Okay, this is important. We have to be very careful. And later on, I will teach you how to see all kind of different the negative thinking. Then you can be able to convert all those negative thinking into the positive thinking. That's how to make the depression disappear. This is important. You can save yourself. You can save other people's lives. Okay? All right. The lifestyle is also important. Who can give me the good lifestyle example or bad lifestyle example? Who can tell me? Okay. Okay.
What was the question?
Okay. What is the example of good lifestyle and what is the example of bad lifestyle?
A bad lifestyle is where you do drugs. You're basically doing everything that's bad. You're lazy. You're basically eating all the junk food. You're not doing you're not exercising, and
Wow.
you're not healthy. You're just consuming cigarettes,
Right.
whatever drug there is.
That's good. What about a good lifestyle? You give me the good example for the bad one. What
Good
about it?
lifestyle. A
Mhm.
good lifestyle is where you get like good amounts of sleep, you exercise, you eat healthy, and you're a good person. And you don't
You
other
also,
than
you also motivate yourself. You also always encourage yourself. This is important, right? Very important. Oh wow, you very smart. Thank you. I love this student. I love this class. You guys very smart. Thank you very much. Okay, that's so good to me. What about why social media make you become depressed? Uh,
because
okay, Ethan, I would like other people to thank you for your offer. Thank you. You're very good. Thank you. All right, Laura, do you want to say something? Why the social media it make us to become depressed?
Some people can like bully you, and you can like some people can bully you, and like you cannot feel pretty about yourself looking at other people.
Okay, that is a good example. What are the Sophia? What do you think? Why social media make you become? What make us to become depressed?
I can't think of another reason besides cyberbullying.
Okay, that's good. What are the social media? What are they? Sophia, what are they?
People online, basically.
Okay, can you give me some example?
Like Facebook, people posting things.
Okay, Twitter, right? Twitter, Facebook. Oh, Dylan, yeah. Tell me what are they?
Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and
What about game?
oh, games. Um, games can give you depression because when you play it too much, you're so focused on the game that you don't really open your eyes to the world, and then you're just in that video game, and then your brain will slowly be crumpled up
Okay,
because you're
okay.
not because anything else.
Kathleen, do you think that game is very become addictive?
Yes.
Okay, when things make us become addictive, is that a good thing or bad thing? Kathleen?
Bad thing.
Very bad thing. Therefore, it makes us become depressed. Okay, because we always bury ourselves into that thing, right? We cannot be able to function our own life, right? We cannot be able to do work. We cannot be able to enjoy our life outside of the virtual environment. You see that? So we have to be very careful. So those things, yeah, Ethan, yeah.
um like let's say you're in a game, like here's an example. Like I play a game called Minecraft, and when I go on a server, sometimes I see cool things, and then there's like, and it costs like billions points, and it's really hard to get. So when it costs billion points, it takes a while to grind, and grind, wasting your life on video games, sitting there trying to reach that goal. That's basically kind of pointless.
Okay, Robert, I think Phước said that What is it? What is that? Phước, what did you say, Phước? Can you tell me why that bad? Phước, are you there? Okay, anyway. Okay, let me see. He say robot. No. What is it?
Roblox.
Robot Slender. I don't know what is that. I don't know what is that. I never play game anyway. I don't know those things. But anyway. Remember, I was a computer science. Okay, I'm a software developer. I'm the engineering. Even though I'm very good at computer, but I never play game. Well, I rarely, very rarely play game. I'm not play.
That made me curious. What game do you play?
Huh?
What games do you play?
Oh, usually I don't play game much. When I was very young, I don't even know how to play game anyway, and I don't enjoy those things. Okay. Anyway, all right. Let's move on. Let's move on. Because I know game is bad thing. That's why I don't want to play. I have a friend. When he was young, man, he addicted to game. He played from the early morning to midnight every day. That's really bad. That's why I'm scared of those things. Right? Chronic illness. Chronic, that means the people who get sick for a long period of time, it makes us become depressed. Grief, that means when we sad, right? Okay, can you, anyone tell me why grief is make us become depressed? Serena.
Can you repeat the question?
Why grief? Grief, that means yeah. Why grief make us become depressed? Yeah, grief, right?
Rape?
Yeah.
Why rape?
Yeah. Do you see that?
Rape, like.
Do you know what does that mean? Do you know what does that mean?
No. Oh, I thought you said rape.
No. This one right here.
What is grief? Oh.
Do you know what does that mean? Serena, what?
Yeah.
Okay. Christina, Chiu, help me out. What does that mean?
Which word?
Grief.
Oh, grief. It's like a word similar to that is like sadness.
Yeah, sadness. That's correct. When we feel sad for a long time, is that make us to become? Is that possible? Make us to become depressed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, they do. Okay, they will. Okay, what about personality? Personality, right?
If you have a bad personality, then you're probably going to be depressed.
Right. If we always take things as personal, right? That's not good. Okay. Don't take things as personal. Okay, no good. Okay. Now I will let you watch this video for a minute. All right. Dylan.
Yeah.
Help me to summarize the story at the end. Thank you.
Yeah.
How heavy is this glass of water? Melissa, would you care to
Can
answer?
you see the video?
Ty, we can't see it.
Oh,
I can.
okay. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me do that. All right. Now, can you see it?
Yeah.
How heavy is this glass of water? Melissa, would you care to answer?
8 ounces.
12 ounces.
16 ounces.
The absolute weight of the glass doesn't matter. It depends on how long I hold on to it. If I hold it for a minute, nothing happens. If I hold it for an hour, my arm will begin to ache. If I hold it all day long, my arm will feel numb and paralyzed. Well, the weight of the glass hasn't changed, but the longer I hold on to it, the heavier it becomes. The stresses and the worries of life are like this glass of water. If you think about them for a little while, there's no problem. Think about it for a little bit longer, it begins to hurt. You think about them all day long, and you'll feel paralyzed, incapable of doing anything. Always remember, put the glass down.
Remember, put the glass down. Okay, Darren.
So he's trying to implicate the glass of water as like, I don't know, struggles in life. If you're thinking about the struggles and you're holding on to them for too long, then you begin to think about them 24/7 and you won't be able to have any fun. So he's recommending to put the glass down. That means like let us think do something else. Do something that makes you happy for a little while. As long as you do that little thing, like you take a break of thinking, and then after you're like, oh, so happy, you can pick the glass up if you want. Although that'll make no sense.
Okay, Sophia, help me.
I think what he's trying to say is that when you hold on to like stress or like, yeah, when you hold on to stress or maybe let's say something like a bad event in your life for a long time and you don't, I don't know, move on from it, like it begins to hinder your life.
Okay. Christina Chiu, can you help me with this?
Yeah, what is the question?
Summarize the story for me.
Oh, I was helping my mom. I just got back.
Okay, who volunteered to do this for me? Okay, Ethan. All right, Ethan.
What's the question?
Okay, can Susie you summarize the video? The video we just watched. Can you be able to summarize it?
Summarize the video?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh, Kathleen, can you do that for me?
So he said that if you keep on holding on to your like stress or depression, it will like start to hurt. So he said that just like put it down and not like think about it.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, let me give you the detail into this. So the glass of water, the weight of the water is always the same. No matter how long you hold it for 1 minute, it's okay. You don't feel anything. But you hold it for an hour, you begin feel the pain. But the weight of the glass of water is not changed, right? It's always the same, right? But if you hold it for a whole day, your arm will numb and paralyzed. Paralyzed, that means you cannot move. You cannot move your arm. What does that mean? The glass of water is the same thing that when we feel sad, right? Don't keep our sadness inside us. If you keep it for 1 minute or only a few minutes, it's okay. Or for the short period of time, it's okay. But if we keep it for a little bit longer, we feel pain, feel hurt, right? You hurt yourself. But if we keep too long, we become problem. That means you become depressed. That's why or the negative thought will create the negative feeling. If we keep those feelings inside here too long, you become depressed. You understand so far? Then therefore, when we learn this class, I make sure I show you all different type of negative thinking, and you know all these things, and I will help you how to deal with those negative thinking, so you can be able to convert the negative thinking into the positive thinking. That's how you lead the class down. The meaning of leaving the class down, that's what it means. If you be able to think positively, that's how you leave your class down. Does that make sense to you, Ethan?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, you will learn how to lead your class down. Okay, gone. Okay. Oh, we are over the time already. I have to go to another class. Oh, we are. Oh my goodness, we're over. Okay, I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. I am. Okay, but anyway, you guys are really good. You did really good job today. Okay, hold on. I am. Okay, Laura, read this one. Oh no, I'm sorry, not this one.
Oh.
Okay. Okay, go ahead, Laura.
May every living being our minds as one of radiant with light shares the fruits of peace with heart of goddess. Luminous and right. If people hear and see how hands and hearts can find it giving unity, may their minds awake to great compassion, wisdom, and to joy. May kindness find reward. May all whose sorrows leave their grief and pain. May they boundless light break the darkness of their endless night. Because our hearts are one, this world of pain turns into paradise. May all become passionate and wise. May all become passionate and wise.
Okay, thank you. All right, let's do this. 1, 2, 3. Namo is the verb. Namo is the verb. Namo is the verb. Thank you.
Nam mô Đức Phật Chào Thầy.
Cảm ơn thầy.
Chào
Cảm ơn
thầy.
thầy. Chào thầy.
Hmm.
Cảm ơn thầy. Cảm ơn thầy.
Yeah.